Hello and welcome to the Luxe Leap Podcast. My name is Réland Logan and we chat about women consultants making bold moves, big wins, and the secrets to extraordinary branding. If this is your first time listening to us, welcome. And if this is your millionth time listening to us, you're in for a special treat. So I have a question. Have you ever noticed how some videos just seem to capture the essence of a moment or the soul of a brand, leaving you feeling deeply connected and moved? You're not alone. In a world flooded with content, it's rare to find videos that truly resonate on a human level, videos that tell stories with authenticity and emotional depth. Mina George is here to bridge that gap. As the founder of Ola Media House, she leads a creative studio renowned for its heartfelt, feminine-forward videography. Mina and her team specialize in bringing authentic human stories to life, whether they're celebrating a couple's love on their wedding day or capturing the unique spirit of a brand. Her approach combines artistic vision with empathetic storytelling, creating visual narratives that not only look beautiful, but also speak directly to the heart. With a passion for genuine connections and a knack for capturing the unspoken, Mina transforms ordinary moments into lasting memories. So get ready to see your story told like never before, and please welcome the visionary and creative force behind Ola Media House, my friend, Mina George. Welcome, Mina.
Thank you. That was such a wonderful introduction.
Thank you very much. So I have background on this, but I would love for you to share what inspired you to start your brand. Just give us, the brief Reader's Digest version, like we would find on grandma's coffee table, or one of those things they pulled out over the side of the couch, whatever those were.
Yes. So I was, like most people in corporate America, working my way up the corporate ladder. And, I just was feeling like it wasn't for me. And then I got married, had children. My children were ready to go off to school and go to school like full time. So I thought this was a perfect opportunity. And I was a stay-at-home mom during that time to figure out like what I wanted to do again. And I knew that I didn't want to get back into corporate America. To be honest, like I just wasn't good at what I was doing before. I was in commercial real estate and it just wasn't for me. Like I tried so hard to be good at it and I just wasn't. And so I had the opportunity to figure out what I wanted to do next. So I started dabbling in a lot of creative avenues and industries and kind of landed on videography. I have a passion for interior design, just actually have a passion just for like pretty things. And I wanted to maybe get into interior design. I wasn't sure, but I picked up a camera and I started filming. And when I started filming, that's when I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I spent all my time learning the ins and outs of a film. So that's how I got started.
Oh my gosh. I love that. Cause as a creative, I don't mind filming. I don't mind taking pictures. I'm good at it. Had to learn it at art school. I do not love it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times I'll get asked to like edit a video or something. I'm like, I'm going to charge you more. It's simply kind of like how you felt about commercial real estate. It's like, yeah, okay, I can do it, but like, I'm not great at it. So to meet another person who like loves it and is great at it, it just makes me so excited to know that we're connected because now I can be like, I have this video that like makes my heart not pitter patter in a good way. So that's such a good thing to know. And I'm excited that you're excited about it, especially because that's such a
love it.
I mean, commercial real estate can be sexy, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Not to knock anybody, but
yeah, it's a what's so funny? It's a male dominated industry, and so is the industry that I'm in. And so there's not too many female videographers or filmmakers that I know, at least in my area, and I'm from the Milwaukee area. And so it's kind of a cool thing to be one of the few females in the industry. And it kind of boggles my mind too, because of telling a couple story in a wedding, or even because the majority of my business, comes from female business owners, to tell their story from another female's perspective. I feel like there should be more females in this industry,
I mean, there should be. And I know you and I shared this when I started this podcast. Like, it was because I was so sick and tired and sick of like there are plenty of women consultants or plenty of women service-based businesses. We clearly exist. I have a podcast full of them. But it still feels like such a male-dominated industry, especially when the population is like 53% women. And
Yeah.
yes, we get pulled in many directions. We're both moms of 8-year-olds. I know you have more than one kiddo. And we're expected to do so many things. And so when we're always like, ugh, it's a male-dominated industry, we don't have any voices. Like, how do women like us continue to bring that voice forward? Because we exist, we are mighty, we are proud, and we're better at it.
I think
That's what I
so in
said.
some ways. Like there's a different perspective that comes from the female perspective, especially when like say you're like I'm filming a wedding. Weddings are not a huge part of my business, but they are a part of my business because I just love telling their story, telling their love story. And like, you know, a lot of the time it is, you know, focused on the bride. And when they go and watch the video back, it's like you tell the story of their love, how, you know, how it actually is. And I love peeling back the layers and getting to know them as a couple. And I don't know, it's just a really fun thing to be a part of. That's for sure.
Oh, that sounds so beautiful. I'm not married yet, so I know who to call. You
Yes.
know, it'll be a twofold trip for you. You go to
Yes.
Maui to film it and to
Yes.
party. So
Yes.
give yourself your cutoff time because can't
Yes.
promise I won't
I'll
force
just
you to
bring
party.
a second shooter to do all the work.
There you go. There you go. Like you
Something like that. We'll
direct,
do it
and
together.
I'm really, really grateful to see what happens when the bride's favorite drink of mojitos is half of what you've consumed. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay. So when you look at this and like really taking a reflection back after the little ones went to school and you started this, what was a pivotal moment in your brand's journey that really defined where you're at today?
Yeah. So, um, you know, to be very honest, a very pivotal moment in my business was when my marriage was coming to an end and having you know, I was born and raised as a Christian and having that background, kind of like in my mind and in my heart, you know, my goal was to do whatever I could to make that work. And so
Yeah.
I tried, you know, we both tried 12 years and we came to a point where something needed to change. And so much changed in that year. So, you know, you know, it's not, it's, you know, some people get a little confused. Like, should I say congratulations? Should I say I'm sorry? And it's not like a happy thing. It's not a good thing because it's ultimately really, really painful for everybody. But there was a lot of good that came from it. And one of the good things that came from it was that I really got like my ass in gear, right? I was like, okay, was exactly what I needed to like light the fire. So
Yeah.
at that point, I was like, okay, this is what I need. This is the motivation that is going to like fuel me to rebrand. So I was Mina George Films prior, and I rebranded, and I did this while I was at the lowest. So I don't know why on earth I would do that, but I did, and I think I just needed to shake things up, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't like. Could I handle anymore? No, I couldn't handle anymore, but I decided to do it. And rebranding was like a big step because I was investing financially.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of hard to let go. Oh, that's what it was. Just had a moment. It was hard to let go of like what was, right?
Yeah.
And I think that probably the reason why I did it was because that was like an outward expression of me letting go of something that something that I held on to so tightly to move on to this new chapter, which was like a new name, Ola Media House, a new everything. Like everything was rebranded to this most beautiful way to put my best foot forward and really tell who I was authentically, because your brand is an extension of who you are.
Yes,
Um,
it is.
yeah. And so it showed exactly that. We like took a deep dive and we're like, okay, what is Mina George about? What is Ola Media House about? And then we were able to put it together, rebrand. And I would say like that was a pivotal moment in my business.
I really love that, just because, and I am going to say congratulations.
Thank you.
And it has nothing to do with him, to be honest. It has nothing to do with that, but it's more like a congratulations of coming centered back to yourself, because
Yeah.
so much of us gets poured into whoever our partner is. So much of us gets poured into our babies. All of us gets poured into our babies and then
Yeah.
some. All of us gets poured into like all these other things we have to be, whether it's sister, daughter, like, and very rarely is it you as a person.
Yeah.
And to
It's-
rebrand means you're going to reflect and focus on you as a person. That is everything, and every step of my process along the way is like, let's pull out what makes you you. Like, we have to bring shining to that. And even my brand, every single time I've made a change to it and up leveled, was at some of the lowest, darkest points. Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, it's wild to think about. Let's see, I left Grayson's dad in 2019. And at that time, I got a job, lost a job, then like cycle around, like COVID happens and I lose that job because of COVID. No lie, a week before my 30th birthday. Not a way to go into a decade. Feeling like an epic failure.
Happens, you know, it's like, how tough will life make you, you know?
It'll if you can make it through the fire, you're fine. You're
Yeah.
just gonna come out shinier out the other end.
Yeah.
And I did.
You did.
I did. I started Gray Digital. Like, that's how I started.
Yeah. See, you're
And
like
so-
the diamond, right? Just getting refined. Or
Always, constantly under pressure.
Yeah.
I actually just did a talk around that like concept of like a diamond. Like, this is how we build the pressure to create like refined diamonds
I
and
mean,
champagne brands.
what a perfect concept that exists in real life, and that's exactly what happens to us. Like, it's such a perfect metaphor, right?
It's perfect. Like, it is so like, what's so wonderful about being on this, having this podcast, meeting all of you, like, it's how aligned all of our journeys are in some kind of capacity to create those diamonds and the pressures that we went through in order to make it happen. Because it's not as easy as being a man in these spaces.
Yes, I know. It's not. It's different. It's different being a single mom, you know, who works full time. It's just different, you know. We all face our different struggles, but you know, it's hard. It can't be.
But we're building and we're doing it, and we're all shining together, and that's all that really matters.
Yes.
Let's be real here.
Exactly.
So, my friend, as you look forward,
Yeah.
and you know, tomorrow's a new day, and gosh, I don't even know what when this airs too. It's gonna be like even months past now.
Yeah.
What are your long-term goals for expanding your brand's impact? What will life look like then?
Oh man, I think about that all the time, because I feel like when you have a goal, or when you can see what you want to become, then it makes that goal so clear. And you know, sometimes it changes depending on where I am, because sometimes my business it's shifting and it's growing. It almost has a life of its own.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to take away from that. And force it another direction. You know what I mean? I kind of want to let it grow the way it's growing, but also have direction. So I think, like, with that said, like, my goal is to, I mean, obviously to expand, and to continue to work with female business owners. I feel like that's where my talent and my expertise shine the best. Like, when I'm on set and I'm directing and I'm working together with the business owner or other females or other models or whatever, and I know exactly the vision that I want, and just make it come together. So I want to be able to reach and to grow with those type of companies. And I think on more like of another side of it is just expanding to different areas. Like, maybe I have a part of my business that just does wedding, where that is a department. And or I do business branding. So working with business branding, and maybe even like social media or different areas that I can really, really be an expert in, or grow in as like Ola Media House. So we do different types of media, and then expanding to different states. I have a few people in the horizon that I'm talking to about working in different states and growing in different states. So that's like the bigger picture I'm excited about.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Just like getting further out, like really making that come together, I think it's going to be magical, because we need film. Like if a picture's worth 1,000 words, how much is a video worth?
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's where the world is headed, right? Is so online, and online, everything is video. Well, not everything, but like a lot of things is video, right? And so I feel like it is a necessity to have that as a part of your business in a small way or a big way, but in one way or another, it's going to be a part of your business.
It has to be in order for it to survive. You basically need video that is authentic. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yes.
We see a lot of AI videos. Womp womp.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just felt the cringe come from you, and like 5, 6, 7 states away, I actually would have to count on a map how many states away we are.
There's a place for that for sure. I mean, absolutely. You know, but go ahead. I have a story to tell, or just like an idea.
Oh my gosh. No. Go ahead and tell your story. Because the next piece was
I like watching online, and I have someone that I know that has a film company as well. They're branching out, and they're starting another business, and the business is online, and it's where you can talk to an expert about health and wellness and beauty.
Yeah.
And the person who is the face of the business is an AI beautiful woman, like a young 25-year-old person who seems so real, but it's her social media page. And she talks everything about skincare and this and that. And you ask her questions, and she's like a real person. And it's her social media page. And it's like a real person. I don't know. It's just crazy.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah. And you follow her, because I know, I'm like, oh, she's cute, you know? And then I clicked on it because they were tied to the person that I know. It's like, oh, this is not a person. It's crazy.
It's so bizarre. So I was sharing something about my business yesterday, like kind of on the same vein. And I was like, well, to be real, people don't do it like I do. Like I'm actually quite aware that, yes, I do branding, and I can generalize that, right? But I was talking about the idea of this new concept I have. So after you do the brand meet a brand breakthrough, like do your digital presence audit, then you do the strategy piece in a brainstorm. And if the strategy sounds good, like that's also the proposal for executing the work in the making waves intensive. But then there's like a thing you will not find on my website, which is called extraordinary authority, where I was like, no, what I would do is I would do like quarterly photo shoots, write like 52 weeks of like authority building content, and like bring in these things, like having you bring in video and like amplifying the authority after the brand was done. And I was like, that doesn't exist, not to the level that I would do it, because I also have a degree in fashion. And so I would like make sure we have all the right colors, and like we have the right clothes, and like, you know, so encompassing of what women need. And we were talking, in the group I was in, it was all men and me. And so I was like, I understand fully and completely, like this does not exist as one unit. It's a lot of multiple pieces, but not one unit.
Yeah.
And somebody sends me, because it's on Zoom, sends me a message, was like, no, it does. Like there's this AI thing. And I was like, yes, AI can write it. And yes, I will use AI to help me write many of it, because like work smarter, not harder. But at the same time, you cannot replace my brain. Like you simply cannot.
Your vision and how you execute and that personal touch, and you're a human.
Like a human who's able to like hear your sad stories and like make them powerful enough to move that needle if that's something you want to share. Like a human who's going to hold your hand if it's a bad day. Like somebody who's going to tell you a terrible joke to make you laugh, or like let you yell at me if you're having a bad day. AI can do that, but it's never going to be the same.
Yeah. We have to remember that. It's not going to be the same.
It's not going to be the same. And it's like, yeah, you can put in all the pieces to a story and create a brand video. Sure. but how you, Mina, are going to see it, how you're going to shape it or be able to ask the questions to pull
Yeah,
out more emotion to make it happen. AI is
totally.
simply not going to do that. It's just going to take what you gave it
Yeah.
and turn it into something.
Yeah, because I think the magic happens when you're having these conversations. Like there's some conversations that we uncover as we're talking, as we're chatting, as we're just face to face, like just why they started their business or how they got into it or what led them to be who they are today. It's something that happened in their past or something that they're looking forward to in the future. Like peeling back those layers is
Mm-hmm.
where I usually tend to get the real authentic story, because there's always a question underneath the question. There's always an answer underneath the answer. So it's fun to do that. It's just, I think that's a wonderful thing about life, about connecting with people, is learning about people on that level.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as much as I love using AI, we cannot be replaced as to
I
what
know.
we offer this world. It just means we got to be better question askers. That's
Yes.
it.
Yes, no, really, you do. That's a great point. You have to ask questions. You want to get to know.
Yeah. So it's gonna force people to have to become smarter.
I know.
Sorry, not sorry, everyone. You're gonna have to get smarter. I don't know what to
Yeah,
tell you.
I know, right? Well, then hopefully that'll push people. Maybe people will see it as like a form of competition, right? With AI, or we're in a sense competing with it. In some ways, we are, but I don't think we can be replaced in everything. That's for sure.
No, absolutely. We absolutely cannot be. Everything changes. I was liking this to like the Industrial Revolution, where we went from living on farms and all these things to like moving to cities. That was a big adjustment. Did everybody lose food though? No.
Yeah. Uh huh.
So like we change, we shape, like things are difficult, but
Yeah.
like we always come out on the other side. As long as we don't blow up the planet, I think we're going to be fine.
Yeah. I think it'll
Yeah.
be a while before that happens.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yes. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answers.
Let's just hope for both of us that wasn't our famous last words. Okay. Switching gears on
Yeah.
that note.
Switching gears.
Switching gears now. How will your marketing strategy in this very ever-changing world that we have now laid a foundation for adopt to support your brand's growth?
My marketing strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Well, I'm actually in the process of adjusting and working on my marketing strategy, because that's a kind of part of the rebrand, right? Is marketing and my brand voice, um, and so I don't know. I think that's a ask me that in a few months, because I'll have more of a better plan, because I'm trying to execute it right now.
Yeah.
But I think that having a marketing said the videographer, right? Like, who does marketing?
Hey, friend, sometimes it's hard to read the champagne label inside the bottle.
Yeah, exactly, right? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love that. It's like I'm doing marketing for all these people and then not prioritizing, but that's my goal, right? To prioritize my marketing. And so that's in the next I don't know, next 3 months I'll be focusing on that. Actually, I'm actually having a film day, content day on Monday. So that's part of the marketing
Ooh.
strategy. And I don't often have those, but I'm scheduling those once a month. Marketing strategy, I guess I do have one, so that I can push out the content that really matters to me, so that my brand voice is being pushed out there. Yeah. So
You got to do it. Keep doing it. A great like story on just doing it. This
yeah.
happened yesterday. Okay. So I'm coaching somebody and I'm talking to them about SEO, which is not in my expertise. So if anybody just heard, oh, she does SEO, I do not. Okay. I have a general knowledge. But I was like trying to explain, like, they're like, well, somebody else has a similar business name as mine in another state. And I was like, they're like, what should I do about it? And I was like, well, are they doing the exact same thing as you? And it was like completely different. One was a virtual assistant, one does medical billing and consulting, like completely night and day different. And many people have that last name. So I was like, yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to like even argue that from a trademark perspective. Also not a trademark lawyer. So I'm like doing this and I was like, okay, the fastest thing that I can look up, because there's a lot of gray digital marketing in the world. Like there's so many good, bad, here, there, in between, what have you. I remember I named it because I love my child and his name is Grayson. And so like that's where the name came from, not because of the gray area that marketing falls into. Always love it when someone asks me that. So I'm like doing that. I was like, the easiest thing I can like search real fast, like prove that if you have enough of it happening, like if you continuously write blogs, like you will start to float to the top. So I type in my name because my name is not average by any stretch of the means. And it pulls up like, and like at least 2 pages of me on Google. And I look to the right, Mina, because I have been very, very intentional this past year on like producing content, getting stuff out there. And it literally says Réland Logan, public figure. And I was like, Google called me a public figure. just keep doing it, because one day it will amount to something as silly as Googling yourself and being like, I'm a public
figure now. We all
figure
start
now.
somewhere, right? We all start at the bottom and work our way. You know, we all go at different paces and at different speeds. But I like that encouragement. Just keep on working at it, right?
Just keep doing it, because you never know. I just like, it was real time while coaching the person. I was like, well, that's new.
Yeah, I love that. I love that idea. And I also have a coach too, and she tells me all the time, like, something is better than nothing. Like something is better than nothing. Like even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's 30 seconds, even if it's one sentence that you write, like something is better than nothing. And that is like the hardest part, right? Getting started is the hardest part. But once you're there, yeah. I mean, I tend to get going once I get started. It's like I'm off. I'm running.
But it's so true though. It's like it's always hard to get started, because then you start telling yourself that there's too many other people out there doing it.
Yeah.
And so why does it have to come from you?
Billions of people in this world. Billions, right? And not only that, but you can find you got to find your people that actually like you and can resonate with who you are. You know what I mean? Like you find your people. So it's totally. I mean, I don't like when people say, or there's the idea of things being oversaturated. Well, yeah, maybe there's 1,000 real estate agents, but you're gonna find the people who like your style.
Yes.
You know, who understand your language and your communication. You just need to vibe with them, you know?
And they want your story. Not, I mean, and there's going to be people who retire. So like, there needs to be more like excuses. Stop telling yourself that excuse. If you learned anything from the two of us, stop it.
Yes. Just keep on going.
You never know. You'll never know.
Yeah. You got to do it. You got to try. I mean, I've had businesses that failed. Like once you start a business, I feel like you're like, okay, this is something that I can do. Right. Yeah. And because like, if you're like me, I'm kind of like a, what do they call it? Like a serial entrepreneur. But I think that's okay, because I'm learning different areas of expertise and seeing what I'm good at and what I'm not good at and what's going to stick and what's not going to stick. And I've had businesses fail, but honestly, like I look back and I'm like, I learned so much, and that's what got me to where I am right now with this business taking off. You know, it's like I had to learn all that stuff, but I had to fail. Count it joy, or count it a gift, or whatever it says, when you go through struggles or when you struggle, because you will learn from it. You will. That's the goal, that you learn.
You will learn so much, and like you said, it's like, okay, so you failed, but did it really fail, or did it just fuel the next idea further?
Yeah. And it's not, I wouldn't even call it fail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuel the next idea, fuel the next something, because I just don't ever believe that if you are not successful in the route that you wanted to go, that it should hinder you or stop you. It should catapult you. It should give you more enthusiasm and to keep going, to try something new, to be better at it, you know? So that's what I try to keep in mind. That's what I tell my kids too. Like, if you're not good at it, like, wow, that's such a, I mean, it feels really bad right now that you're failing or that you lost, but look what you're learning from it. It's going to make you so much better, because you're going to try harder. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You're not going to want to fail anymore. So you're going to be, so it's such a great gift when you are going through struggles, really.
It's such a beautiful gift because let's be real, the first time you do something, you're not going to be good at it.
Mm-hmm.
You're simply not. You might think you are because you like live in a slightly delusional state and it's like fun. Yeah. But when you have to like be faced with the realities of what it is, that's where it gets really, really hard. And then all of a sudden it takes off again. Mm-hmm. I don't even remember what that concept is called. It has a name where it like you start, you're all happy, and then it like tanks, and then you have to like, and then it exponentially just gets better. There's a scientific name for that. I can't remember what it's called.
It's I think I know what you're talking about, but sometimes, and this might be similar to saying like the graph is not always straight up. It's usually
not
like
linear.
Up and down, up, you go down, you go up again, but you're literally going up, you're climbing up.
Yes. And it's like every single time you get hit with like a hard part, you got to like live in that hard part for a minute and then you get to go up again.
Yeah.
And you never really, the options at that point are quit or stay stagnant or go forward. Like there's no other choice.
Yeah.
So
you better go forward. That's what I got to say.
I know. I will look at all these influencers or people who do similar work and I'm like, how are you so much farther ahead of me? And then I will like stop and look at when they started. And I'm like, oh, well, you started like 10 years before me. So I'm just not really going to stress about it.
I know. I think that too. It's like or it just happened for them or just it is hit for them first timing and luck and expertise and all that stuff, But I think you also have to be prepared for that too. If you're going to have that much growth so quickly, like I hope your foundation is strong because it could be a bad thing if you grow so quickly you don't have the foundation to support it. So hopefully if you do take off like that, you have the foundation for it. That's what I'm hoping.
Because you will inevitably hit a slip. Like you will drop. You'll keep going. You will drop. And so just making sure that you have the right people around you. I think people matter too.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. That's helped. You're saying these things and I'm like relating them in my brain right now to like clients that I'm working with who we are taking off and then we like took off and then it's kind of hitting a plateau a little bit, but I feel like that's okay because this is a time to like shake things up.
Yep.
And like figure things out. And it's exciting. That could be exciting, Like, what are we going to do next? Like, we figured this out. What are we going to do next?
And it's going to be magical, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely extraordinary.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess that's why you and I are creatives and we do what we do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's exciting. Like getting to that side, like the other side of the struggle is so worth it,
It is so worth it. And I'm glad you said that. Like, all that pressure to build that diamond is so worth it.
Yeah. There's lots of joy.
And it's a beautiful thing. All right, my friend, I have 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
2 last questions that I ask everybody and they're my favorite questions. So I want to know, what does a day living a luxurious life look like to you?
Ooh, a luxurious life? Wow. Honestly, I think that living a luxurious life would include work. Just because, laying around and, doing nothing is good for days where your body needs it, your mind needs it. But also, like, I think we need to work as humans. So I feel like a great combination of rest, relaxation, a little bit of work, a workout, and then who doesn't want to be pampered, I would love to be pampered. And if we're just talking about like a day, like of pampering,
a day,
you know what I mean? Of being with family, of working out a little bit, getting those endorphins, like that would be a luxurious day for me.
Oh my
Spending
goodness.
time at the water, at the beach, like being in a sunny place, obviously.
I know, it's cold where you are. Like, it's cold where I am. I am hoping nobody gets to hear the beautiful sounds of the pouring rain outside.
Is it raining over there?
Oh, so hard. It is like a torrential downpour out this window.
Wow. Okay, so it's sunny over here, but cold. I don't know. It's probably like 35, 40 degrees or something like that. I'm a California girl. I was born and raised in California. I only moved here like 5-6 years ago. So I'm still getting used to the cold, but I love it. It's beautiful. The cold is hard, but I love the seasonal changes.
Okay, that's fair. And I think we chatted about this. Like, I'm just a West Coast girl, no matter which way you slice it or dice it. So between Arizona, California,
Yeah,
Oregon, and
West Coast.
I, I just love a solid 80 degrees. Okay,
Yes,
like
I do too. I mean, a lot of people will say that's hot. I'm like, no, like
no,
that's
comfortable.
good. That's good. Yeah.
That is shorts with a light sweatshirt weather. That's what that
Yeah.
is. Flip flops. That's
Oh my God, I had a permanent flip flop
tan.
tan on my feet for like years before it went away. Years, like 3 years before it went away.
I think this will make you laugh. I'm looking at my feet. I actually still have it.
You see, I'm just telling you, it takes years for it's like in there. Finally, I don't have any more. It makes me really sad, but it's okay.
Because I always go home to Arizona, so it always just comes back, and I wear flip. Like once it's not raining a ton here, I'm in flip flops.
Yeah,
Like
same. Or like barefoot.
yeah, yes. I actually, as much as I love high heels, I actually hate shoes. We totally like took a left hand turn here, everybody. But please enjoy our conversation about this. But there's a standing joke here that there's only two versions of me. It's either Raylan is in like sweatpants and flip flops, or she is in high heels and like dressed to the nines. There is no in between. Um, and I'm like, I want you all to know that my life should just have been lived in Lululemon and flip flops.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds so amazing to me. Like to be so cozy, but feel cute still in your athleisure, but also to feel so beautiful, dressed up, shoes, lipstick, hair. Like that is so, I love that.
There's
I
a
love
time
that.
and a place, and I can do both in one day, and I think it's a great thing.
Yes.
If these flip flop tan lines ever disappear, I'm gonna cry. I'll just cry.
I'll be
And then
there.
if everyone's like, "What's happening?" Just know that that's what went down.
Aw.
Alrighty, my friend. Last one, best one.
Yeah.
In one word, what is your primary motivation in business?
Okay. I mean, my kids. I mean,
Aww.
my kids. I mean, honestly, I didn't want it to be so cliche, right? But like they fuel my passion, and I wanted to say peace. I just had this having peace in my life, but I think that I don't know, when they're happy, I'm happy too. So I would say
Oh, I
that.
love it. I love it. I love it. Because, yeah, I mean, as I tell Grayson all the time, I only get one Grayson.
Yeah.
There's not another one.
Yeah. It's crazy what that kind of love does to your life. You know, the
It's true.
just that. What is it called? Like a un something love, not unfiltered, unconditional love.
Unconditional love.
Hmm.
They're just they're just so perfect in their own little ways and how they
Yeah,
flint about the world.
yeah. I mean, that's like number one. Like that's my motivation, right?
Yeah.
But then I think about, and then you peel back the other things, like how it all like branches out to all these other things, and it's like, yeah, I want success. I want my children to see that like we can do a lot, um, that's also very motivating. And then I like the feeling of overcoming obstacles. I love the feeling of being in a really hard time and not being able to figure out, being stressed, and then like, oh my God, I made out the other end and I was successful, or I learned something. That feels me too. Being able to learn and grow in that sort of way.
I love it. Well, Mina, you're such a joy to speak to. Every single time we get on a call, I'm just like, can we be here forever? Um, but where can people at home find you or connect with you if they want to work with you?
Yeah. So my website is olamediahouse.com. Ola is OLA, means wave in Spanish. And my Instagram is Ola Media House as well. So you can find me there.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. And for all of you listening, thank you for taking the time. We really appreciate it. And I hope you all have the best of days and make a luck sleep. We'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye.